we told echo will start calculations. Okay, so we'll start calculations today. Calculations. So we have almost 8 types of functions or calculations in Tableau. And so we have almost 8 types there. So as you see there, so almost 8 types are there. So you can see that number, string, date. So almost 8 types are there. Now remembering the types will not get you anything, but just telling you. So almost 8 types are there, and almost 300 functions are there. So almost 300 functions are there here. So somewhere around 250 to 300. I have not counted it never. So I'm just telling you. Okay. So here these many functions are there. We will go through each one, right? So we'll go through each one now. So that's why it will take time, but it is important. So you need to know all functions. See, functions or calculations especially, they are very generic thing. Not only for Tableau. In any visualization software, any reporting tool, any database, you will have the same functions. But keywords will be differing a bit here and there. So apart from that, nothing much. So, okay. So that's why, right, we'll start with something. Okay. So anyway, table calculation will remain to the end. So table calculations always at the end because it depends on other functions. So that's why first we'll see simple functions, anything. So number, string, date, anything. Let's start with string, right? So I'm starting with string. First one is ASCII. I'll go alphabetical order, right? I will not go through right randomly such things because again, if we miss something, so we will not know. So that's why alphabetical order. So first one is ASCII. So I chose string and I'm going with ASCII. ASCII there. So here ASCII. ASCII means American Standard Code for every character on your keyboard. So American Standard Code for right every character on your keyboard. So here, right, if you just search in Google ASCII, you will get a very big chart. So it shows a unique number for every character on your keyboard. It can be special character, it can be underscore, it can be right alphabets, characters, numbers, anything. So in those days, not now, some 15-20 years back, it was very useful to display special characters. In those days, special characters were not there, right? So displaying them was a problem. So that's why we used it. Even now, if at all you have such scenarios, you use it, but nowadays there is no such things. So if you just type in Google ASCII, you will get a very big chart. So it shows which character, which number. For example, lowercase a, lowercase a will start from 97 alphabets, right? 97 to 26 letters, right? Uppercase will start from 65 something to 92. 92 to 97 will be special characters. So like that, the chart will display the numbers. So that's all it is. So you can type in Google and see. Char is reverse of ASCII. Obviously, so whenever you give some number, so it will display the character. Okay, so that's how it is. Next is contains. We have seen contains already, right? So where did we see contains? So where did we see contains? Contains, we have seen that in filter, if you remember, right? So that's why, right, go through, practice everything. So it is important. Now we are coming back to everything again. So contains is, right, we have seen that already with the, right, filter. Now, so contains, it will tell you whether a substring is part of the main string or not. So whether a substring is part of the main string or not. Now let's say I will write a string here. So like this and comma. So again I'll give some substring here. Now you tell me, so contains, it will just check whether that substring is part of the main string or not. It will always return true or false. Now you tell me whether this one will return true or false. That one will return true or false. What? You don't want to talk to me? No problem, just tell the answer, that's enough. Hello? Hmm. Hmm.
Actually, no idea.
Uh-uh. What?
It will return false only. That's the answer you have got there, no? Because AUTR will be randomly here and there. Actually, it should be continuous. Only then, if it is presented, it will be displayed true, right?
Hmm. Okay. Okay. So that is Vaita's opinion. Okay. What about Dipti and others? Madan. Dipti, Madan.
I think it will show the
Uh,
false.
What? Madan?
I think it will show the false because if it was correct, it will be underlined with the green color or something like that.
Mm-hmm. Okay. What about Dipti?
I feel the same. It might return false.
Why?
Because if as it is not present, or
It
if
is
it is
not
present,
present.
it might return.
No,
Ah,
I have another thing. Like, is it case sensitive?
see here.
Yeah, it is case sensitive, right?
It is there, right? AUTR is
Yeah.
there.
Yeah, but if it is case sensitive, then it will
Yeah.
the
That's
answer
why.
will be false.
Yeah, that's why whatever you said is correct. That is case sensitive. Okay, that's why I think guys in parameter class I told you this. In parameter class I told you this. Okay, so in parameter class I told you this. Please remember that. Okay, AUTR. T is capital there. It is case sensitive. Okay, that's why false. Go there. Okay, true. Got it. So that is how it is. Got it. So that's how it is. So Tableau training AUTR. T is capital. Got it. Now it is true, you see. Okay, that is contains. Okay, so that is contains. So we have seen all these things again. We are seeing. Okay, it's not first time. So we have seen this in filters, if you remember. Anyway, coming back. So ends with is there. Okay, ends with is there. Ends with means it will check whether that substring is there at the end of the main string or not. Right, ends with is there. So ends with means it will check whether that substring is there at the end of the main string or not. Okay, so it will check at the end. Ends with is there means obviously starts with also will be there. So starts with means it will check whether that substring is there at the start of the main string or not. Okay, so that's how it is. Next, to find. So now I am creating find here. Find. So find will help you, right, to find the position of a character in a string. Find will help you to find the position of a character in a string. Okay, so that is very important. Okay, now instead of using some static string, I'll use a dynamic string here. That is something like customer name. Okay, so find so will help to find out the position of a character in a string. Okay, so this is a string. So in that string it is a customer name, just like our names, right? So just like our names, so just like Ramakrishna, between Rama Krishna there is a space, right? So I want to find the position of that space, or I want to find the position of A, I want to find the position of K. So such kind of things, any character. But right now I'll just use space only, single space I'm giving. Okay, So here I pulled in customer name. And another important thing you should keep in mind is find is here. Okay, find came into measures. That is space occurrence is some 6th place or 7th place or 8th place, like that. It will give a number as output. Number is output doesn't mean that it is a measure. Got it, guys? So number is there means it is not a measure. It should be a discrete value, right? For each name, that number is unique. You cannot say that 8 is the length of that one, such kind of things. You cannot do that. So if you double click here, it is wrong. It should not be in measures first of all, and you should not double click it, because it will aggregate and show you. Here you are seeing 36. It is the space is in 6th position. So why you are getting 36 here? Because that Aaron Bergman is there in the database 6 times. Okay, Aaron Bergman is there 6 times, whereas Aaron Hawkins is there 11 times. Okay, since it is there that many times in the background, it is giving you that number aggregating, so it is summing up all the values. But that's not what we want, right? So for this name, we want to find the position of that space, right? So for that one, so we want to find the position of that space, right? So that's what we need to do. So remember that, keep that in mind. We will see this scenario again after in calculations only after 2 classes. So remember that. Okay, so I'll ask you questions. Okay, I'll start asking you questions. So hopefully you should have gone through all videos until now. Okay, whatever I've given you. Okay, good. So this should not be here. I'm moving into dimensions. You understood what I did, what I meant at least? So number doesn't mean it is a measure. So now if you double click it, you see that where is the space? It is in 6th place here. Where is the space? It is in 5th place in this name. Where is the space? It is 7th place. That name might be there in multiple times in the background, but that's not what we want. We want the position of that character in that string. That's all. Okay, so keep that in mind. So now, so let's go through next thing, that is find. Find nth is there. For example, I have Ramakrishna. I don't want to find the position of that space. I want to find the position of second A or third A, right? In my name, many A's are there. In some names, yes will be there. In Dipti name, 2 E's are there. In Vaita also 2 E's are there. You want to find the second occurrence of E, right? Second occurrence of A in my name. So how can you do that? Find nth is the answer. So you can specify which occurrence you want to find the position with. So you can specify second occurrence or third occurrence, anything. Before 9 version, find nth was not there. Before 9 versions, right? Find nth was not there. So keep that in mind. So that was not there. Okay, why, right? So many people asked for it, and that's how find nth came into Tableau 9 version. Okay, so that's why I told you right at the start itself, custom Tableau will react to customers' needs. So if many people raise a request, they will add a new function. I'll show you one more in next class. Okay, such kind of functions added due to only customers' request. Okay, EaseDate is part of date calculations, which we will see next, not now. Left will start counting from left side. Okay, so left will start counting from left side. Okay, left side of the string. So from left side it will start counting. Okay, 1 2 3 4 like that. How many characters you want it to count, that many characters it will give you the output. Okay, so I will use the same customer name here. So what I am using here, and I'll keep it dynamic. So I'll keep it dynamic. That is, I will use the output of find as input here. Okay, so I will use, okay, so I am using output of find as input here. So that is 6 will come here. So it changes dynamically. Okay, it is not always 6. So 6 will come here. For this name 5 will come. For this one 7 will come. For this one this. Okay, got it? So that's how it is. So where is left? Here it is. Okay, so you'll see that. Okay, so you'll see that Aaron, right, Adam, right, so different names. Okay, so you'll see that, but you should observe one thing. So the output of find is going as input to left, that is 6 is going there. But if you see here, if you count here 1 2 3 4 5, n is 5th place, not 6th place. 6th place is space. So even though left takes 6 as input, it will exclude the last character. It will exclude the last character. So that you should remember. Okay, so it will exclude the last character. Okay, so that is how it is. Okay, so that's how it is. Keep that in mind.
No, I didn't understand this.
Yes, Yuvraj. Yes, Yuvraj. So I'm working on Satya's request. 1 second. So I'm working on Satya's request. So again, the
See, I want to go to the calculation box actually.
yeah, okay, okay, left, right,
Where you created find. Sorry, not the find. This is
fine. See here, find.
no, not this one. Actually, the one which you created now, that is
Left I created.
it left yeah. Okay. But you didn't tell what you are going to find here, right? You gave the customer number
No,
as
no,
dynamic.
no. You're misunderstanding. See here, the ones which are in capital letters are functions.
Mm-hmm.
The ones which are in lowercase, right, are right names which I am giving. So you see the clear-cut difference. What does this mean? Right, in the first class, how Tableau will identify the field names? Field name kept in square brace. Because there is no coding in Tableau, you might have forgot. So this is how field name.
Okay.
This is a field
Okay.
name, not a function.
Okay, it is the other calculation which you created,
Yeah,
right? So
that
that has
6 is
become a
coming
field
here.
name here.
Yeah, that
Okay,
6 is
got it.
coming
Thank
here.
you.
That 5, 7 is coming here. That 10 is coming here for each and every row like that.
Okay.
Okay, so that's how it is. Okay, got it. Proceed.
Yeah, you can.
Okay, so that's how it is. But remembering, what you should remember here is that last character is removed. Okay, excluded. Okay, now that is fine. Next is length. Okay, so length. Length is number of characters in a string. So that's pretty much straightforward. So length. So it will give you number of characters in a string. Lower. Lower means lowercase. It will convert everything to lowercase. Right? So if you are converting to lowercase, uppercase also should be there, right? So upper is also there. Right? So lowercase and uppercase. Right? This is uppercase. Okay. So that is uppercase. So that is lower and this is upper. But mixed is not there. Why mixed is not there? Just a guess. I'm just asking you. Did you observe anything? Why mixer is not there? Why mixer is not there? Because Tableau has already done it. You see this name, right? You see the column names. Tableau has already done it. So you need not do anything. So Tableau is already providing you mixed. If you want lower, you can go for lower or upper. Okay, mixer is not needed. L trim. Trim is trimming the spaces. Trimming is always spaces only. So it will trim the spaces. So L trim means left side trim. So R trim means right side trim. Okay, that is right side is removing the spaces, and trim is there. That is both the spaces. Okay, so trim means both the spaces gone. So here both the spaces gone. Okay, R trim means right side spaces gone. L trim means left side spaces gone. Okay, so that is how it is. Okay, again maximum and minimum. Max here is maximum of some aggregation something, but generally maximum minimum is applied on aggregation, sales, numbers, right? Measure such kind of things. But unfortunately, right? So you can apply it to strings also here in Tableau. So here, So maximum of give, I can give customer. The output will be the same string as output. Okay, so right, max will give you the same string as output. Generally maximum minimum we don't apply it on strings, but in Tableau you can do it. Not just you can do it, you will get the output also, and not just the output, you will get the same string as output, which is a meaningful one. So that's how it is. So remember that. Okay, so this is how it is. So now still coming up, I mean it is taking time, so generally we should not do it on strings. Okay, so if you want colors, such kind of things, you can do it. But if you don't want colors like this, I mean labels, such things, right, you can drag and drop it on label directly. So then no colors, directly names will be displayed. I'm trying to increase the width. I'm looking for that arrow mark. Here it is. Okay, so that's how it is. Okay, so here it is. Okay, same name will come. Not a big deal, but just to know, because in other systems you will get error if you apply maximum minimum on strings, but in Tableau you will not get error. And okay, okay, so right here, so generally we don't do it, but here in Tableau you can do it. Tableau, in any interview or anybody, if somebody asks you, right, such things, variety of things, right, most of the cases, 99% of the cases, it doesn't give error. What generally you get in other technologies or tools, you don't get such kind of errors in Tableau. Tableau will try to adjust something, right, and give you some output, something like this, right? So that's how it is. So keep that in mind. Anyway, that's not a big deal, so maximum, but just keep that in mind if somebody asks you, right? So next thing is minimum is there, so you can apply minimum also. So right, so minimum also you can do it. Next, in between that, mid is there, so I'll go away with the mid straight away. You have to scroll it. Okay, mid. So mid, what it will do is, so what I did with the left, I started counting from left side, right, and I stopped with 5 or 6, anything like that. That is, let's say I got a first name. Who will give the second name? Who will continue from there to the end? So who will continue from there to the end? Who will do that? Mid will do it. Okay, mid will do it. Okay, customer name is there, comma, so mid will do it. Mid will start counting from that right center, or wherever we specify. Okay, I'll say it to start with 6, it will start with 6. If you say it to start with 10, it will start with 10. But I have to keep it dynamic, right? So I'll use find. I'll say start with that number. Where to end? End with the 20th position, end with the 10th position, so you can specify it. But if you don't specify it, it will go to the end of that string. Okay, it will go to the end of that string. So I'm clicking OK. Done. Where is the mid? Mid is here. Okay, so here is the mid. So here you can see it. Okay, mid. But what are you observing there? You are seeing space before every name. You are seeing a space. That is, mid is including the first character. Left excluded the last character, but mid included the first character. So that space which is missing there came up now. But we don't want space now, right? So we don't want space. So what? How can we remove that space? Before every name there is a space. If you have a doubt, I'll click on it. Okay, so you see that there is a space. Okay, here you see that there is a space, and you click here also, there is a space. Okay, so how can we remove that space?
L trim.
Yeah, trim, right? L trim or trim. Trim is better always. No need of L trim, right trim, such things. Trim means both sides
Okay.
spaces, that's all, right? So trim you can use, correct. Apart from that, you can do one more thing, find +1. Both the things are same, you can do it, right? It will start from next character, it will not include the space. So that's how it is. So space is gone. Okay, so that's how it is. Mid. Okay, so next is right mid, that is. Next is right, we'll go with string again. So reg expressions are there. Reg expressions here, only 4 functions are there actually. So reg expressions is a very big topic. It is not a small thing. It is not 4 functions, 5 functions like that. It is a very big thing. It is a subject. It is a subject in itself, just like mathematics. I mean, a lot of things are there because pattern matching is not a small thing. It is a very, very big concept because a lot of patterns will be there, and for every pattern there will be a function. Okay, so for every pattern there will be a pattern matching function. Such things will be there. So you have to learn it if you are interested. But I don't think you need to do it. So that's totally right, not needed because reg expressions, right, really not that much great. Those days are gone. Some 20-25 years back it was needed. Now not needed because reg expressions are used to process the bad data. So reg expressions are used to process the bad data. Okay, remember that. So they are used to process the bad data. Okay, so they are used to process the bad data. So not really nowadays. I mean, we don't get bad data into tools like Tableau, such things. The moment you go through ETL, right, in the first stage, if you remember the data warehousing architecture, in the second stage itself, we'll take the data through ETL. ETL is the tool which will clean the data, which will transform the data. So that's where it should be done ideally. But if you're not using proper data warehousing architecture and directly you're connecting the data to Tableau, such kind of things from Excel or something, then you might come through such problems, which is very rare. Okay, so processing bad data is very, very rare, not a deal at all. Okay, so but in case if you get a maybe some scenario, first of all, I'll tell you what is bad data. For example, you are standing outside of a retail store or you are asking your customers to enter the feedback. I'm talking about 20 years back. In those days, only one text box was there. Now, if you see everywhere, address line 1, address line 2, write a name 1, name, sorry, first name, last name, middle name, surname, everything is there, address, pin code, phone number, everything is separate text boxes. And they are verifying immediately. They are sending you a verification code, all those things. Why all that came? Because in those days, people, if they ask you feedback or ask you to enter the address, people used to enter like this, right? If the person is really interested, so in your retail store, right, he is happy with the business, so he will just enter like this. Let's say some number, right? Lincoln Street. I'm just randomly writing it. Okay, so Washington address, proper address. Let's say pin code. I think this is how it will be, 6-digit. So and the phone number. Maybe this guy, let's say, is very serious about, right, receiving coupons from your store. Okay, like this. Another guy is there. He is not all interested. I don't want to give my address. It's very personal secret. Otherwise, you will call me again. You will disturb me. All that nonsense. So he will try to enter like this. He doesn't want to give properly. First of all, right? So like this, he will enter. So let's say pin code means something. You never know whether it is correct or wrong. Even phone number also in those days you can't verify, right? So that's how it is. But you need to enter this into system. You can't just keep it in paper, let's say, right? Or you want to read this pattern, how they are giving it. So string functions cannot do it. Why string functions cannot do? Just now we have seen left, right, such things. From left side, it will start counting particular number of characters. It cannot understand whether it is a number or whether it is an alphabet, whether it is a special character, such kind of thing. But reg expression can identify that character. Whether it is a number, whether it is an alphabet, whether it is a, right, such kind of things it can do. And string functions, what we gave now, that is left such things, it depends on length. But reg expressions will not depend on length. It will go to the end of the string, how long it might be. It will search complete thing. So for example, my requirement is go there and look for 2-digit house number. 2-digit number wherever it is in this complete thing, right? 2-digit number, right? Pull that as house number. So I'll pull that 2-digit as house number. Very simple. So it will look this complete string. So wherever the number it finds, it will start counting from there. 1, 2. Okay, this is house number. Again, it will come here. 1, 2. No, after that, another number is there. Okay, so it is not house. So 1, 2. No, this one also not. So like that, it will start counting. Right. Otherwise, by using string functions, you can never write a process such kind of data, because this guy, he thinks that he has given that very properly address. For human being, it might be very easy to understand, but how system will understand? How system will know this is special character? He has given period, right? All these nonsense, right? So for a system, this is more easy. Even though this guy is not interested, he has given the address, right, which is more easy to understand for system. But this guy, right, for human being, he has given. So that's how it is, right? So that's why, so nowadays these reg expressions are becoming famous with artificial intelligence or machine learning, such kind of things, because their pattern matching is needed. Such kind of bad data can be processed. So that's where they are using it nowadays. So otherwise, I mean, there was no usage of reg expressions from last 10, 15 years. Okay. So that's how it is. But if at all you are interested, it is a subject. So you have to learn all those things. Not needed. Some find all function is there in reg expression. So pattern matching numbers for /d, you will see use some things. For string or that is alphabet, such things you will use \s, such kind of things. So only 3 to 4 functions are very important. If you learn that, you are good. Okay. Now, not in Tableau. Okay, no need of Tableau. So you will not learn in Tableau. So not at all needed. That's why I told you, if you learn Tableau, you are learning part of a data science. Because what all is needed for data science, almost 25, right, 30, 35% you are learning here. Right, that median we have seen in the box plot, right? So, right, we have seen the trend lines, forecasting, all that, how the right, how they are calculated, all that. So I showed you that. So again, we are seeing reg expressions, such kind of things. Still, we will see aggregation functions, table calculations, Windows calculations, such kind of things. So that's why I'm telling you, you are learning part of data science. That's how advanced W is. Anyway, so that's how it is. So if you want to see one example, right, reg expression extract. So you see here. So ABC 1, 2, 3 is the string. A to Z, all the alphabets, escape them not needed. \s means escape them not needed. \d means include the numbers. Okay, so include the numbers. So that is how it is. One example it is, but it will not be this simple in real time. It will be more complex because ABC 1 to 3 you can also do it, right? So you don't need register, so you can do it, but it will be more complex in real time. Okay. Anyway, replace is there. So replace will replace some substring with another substring. So very simple thing, of course. Right is there. So right means it will start counting from right side. Left started counting from left side. So right will start counting from right side. Right. So it will start counting from right side. So that's how it is. Okay. So from right side, how many digits or how many characters you want to count? Just give some random number. So I'm just giving find here. So click OK. So it will start counting from right. So where is right? Right order. Right is here. Okay, so it will start counting from right side. Okay, so that is how it is. Okay, good then. So reverse, right side means reverse. Generally we don't go for reverse string, but if at all you want reverse, so you can reverse it by using right. Okay, remember that. So what is next after that? Right is there, we saw. Space. Space is one strange function. For example, so let's say I have a string like this. Now I want to concatenate some spaces. What we used to do, we used to give like this space, 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 right? Again, single quote, like this. That's all. Calculation is valid, you are done. This is how we used to insert spaces. But Tableau has provided some strange function because I have never seen such kind of function to insert spaces. So Tableau is providing that function. So if at all you are interested, you can use that like this. Okay, so you can insert the spaces. Okay, so absolutely fine. So that you can do, no problem at all. Okay, so that's how it is. Next is the split is the dividing into pieces. Starts with trim and uppercase. So these are the functions, string functions. Now I'll ask you something. You remember your first class, all of you? You remember your first class? I think.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Now what did I do here? What did I do here in this case? I just divided the string, right? So this is the string. I divided it into multiple pieces. That's all I did. Correct? So I divided the string into two pieces, first name, last name. That's what I did. Is there any better way I can do this?
By doing the custom split. Yes.
Huh?
By doing the custom split.
I didn't understand.
By doing the custom split.
Okay, good. So by using split or custom split, we can do it directly. right? You forgot. So all these things are not at all needed. Okay, I think you forgot here. So transform, split is there and custom split is there. So you can divide any string into pieces by using split. You see that customer name split 1, split 2 like that based on space, right? So that's how it is. So not needed. Okay, so not needed. That's why don't do it. Okay, so in simple way you can use split, not needed. Okay, so that's how it is. So remember that, not here. Okay, now so that's how it is. So remember that. So then when should you use left, right, mid, such things? For example, you have date functions, for example. So let's say you got a date like this in the form of string. Okay, so in the form of string you got a date like this. Then you need it because to extract a day, month, year separately. In next class I will show you all that. But right now remember, so for such kind of things we use left, right, mid, such kind of things. We can't do directly split because there is no special character here. Okay, if there is no special character but still you want to divide it, that's when you go for left, right, mid. But special character is there, that space is there, right? So you can divide it by using split, right? So remember that. Okay, so you have to remember such things because it will help you a lot in real time. Okay, so that's why. Okay, good then. So